Yep, should be coming live. Hope everybody's well. Coming to you live today with a little bit of a rant. This is how this is called today, Real Estate Wholesale Business Rant. And we're going to keep this short and sweet um, because like any rant, it shouldn't be that drag long, right? So for you guys that don't know me, my name is Joel Ponte, and we help real estate investors scale deal flow. And my team and I, we keep it lean and mean. We keep it really simple. Mostly, we do everything virtually, but we've helped local people too. And as I've had conversations, with some of you privately, um, as to where you're at, what you've been doing, and kind of like the mindset that you're in, um, really, it comes down to one thing. A lot of times is that maybe business is not for you, right? Maybe being in business and being an entrepreneur all of a sudden these last 5 to 7 years, it's cool to be an entrepreneur and people kind of like dream about it. And, but it's not necessarily an easy gig. You can simplify it, but it's not for everybody. Definitely has its ups and its downs. And, I had three bullet items that I want to share with you as to three things that I notice between those that actually make it and those that don't. Okay. So the first one is worrying about the wrong thing. All right. Worrying about the wrong thing. Let's say that you become interested in real estate investing or whatever business opportunity you're after, and you are yet to strike a deal after 6 months. Now, then my question is, are you consuming content or are you actually taking action? If you're taking action after 6 months and you are not getting any positive results, you have the wrong roadmap. Bottom line, you have the wrong roadmap. It's kind of insanity to keep doing what you've been doing, expecting that something miraculously is actually going to work. Okay. So if you keep focusing on the wrong problem to solve, you will keep getting the same solutions. And this is something that I, apply to myself, apply to our staff. Every time that we're trying to scale, grow something, start something new, there's going to be some problems along the way. There are going to be obstacles along the way. The key thing is, are you resourceful enough? Are we resourceful enough to actually overcome them? And are you focusing on the right problem to solve? Okay. Because your problem may be, you think maybe lead generation, but you may have the wrong strategy completely. You may not know. Maybe I can bring you 100 leads and you not know how to convert them. Okay. Or maybe you have a bunch of leads or you're a closer, but you're completely disorganized and you're losing six figures and above because you don't have a system that actually follows up for you. Okay. So, with that said, my one key message or my first key message out of this real estate wholesaling rant is and I hadn't had my coffee early today. The barber called me. He said he had a spot, so I had to rush. But really, focus on the right problem to solve. Okay. Focus on the right problem to solve. In any business, in any venture that you are doing, that you're after, you need to focus on the right problem to solve because you're not going to be able to solve three, four, five problems at the same time. Okay. And if you've been taking action and you just haven't seen the results, you probably have the wrong roadmap. You're probably having the wrong roadmap. It's important to set the right expectations, right? The second piece is, are you coachable? Okay. Are you coachable? Are you actually taking advice from those that are actually a few steps ahead of you? Nothing is new under the sun. It's really not. But if we're not open to actually getting some steering, some guidance from other people that are a few steps ahead of us, then you don't have a mindset of a champion. You don't have a mindset of being open to actually follow a different direction or tweak something because once you get it and once you're in the game, in the business, life game, whatever that is you want to call it, it's supplemental information and then taking action. And sometimes you've heard you've heard the advice, you've read the books before, but if you're not taking the action right after you are giving the advice, then that is just going to waste. Okay. So winners implement fast, they test fast. They want to actually focus on the right problem and they do have counsel. Okay. They do have counsel. And then the third piece is having cojones, right? When you are in business, you're the last one that actually gets paid. Okay. You have to put in your time, you have to put in your resources. You have to trust the process and eventually, overcome that debit of starting out in business, and then you'll actually see the fruits of those labors down the road. And you have to have resiliency. Okay. And this comes to mind because, touching base with some of my colleagues, they're doing like the same thing, or they quit because they were doing the same thing that they were doing 5 years ago, right? Like if you're just like cold calling, door knocking, whatever, things were done in 1995 or whatever, those things don't work as well, right? Those things just do not work as well in this market. And what I'm loving about this market, I'm absolutely loving it, is there's less competition. I'm absolutely loving it. It's less competition, um, less people willing and able to actually do deals, um, less people that can actually convert over the phone. Um, so if you really have a proven lead flow source, if you actually have a proven sales process, if you actually have a proven auto follow-up system, there's just it's definitely more of a blue ocean than a red ocean. And the key players are banging away. I think we're kind of past the uncertainty stage, and deals are moving and shaking. We just approved 2 HUTs today, and everything on the board except I think one deal went pending. So I'll invite you once again. Obviously, if you actually want to fast track results, if you actually want to plug into a community that's active and that's actually doing deals, not just talking about doing deals, but actually taking action and are serious about scaling. If you're a solo person, your first goal should be 50K a month. That could be very feasibly done with one virtual assistant, proven guaranteed inbound lead generation. I'm not talking about cold calling. Um, follow-up system and a sales process that's replicatable, then that should be your initial goal. After you hit a 50K a month, then you start hiring other roles inside of your organization. But that's really what we specialize in, is helping real estate investors get to 50K a month plus, right? So if that's of your interest, check out the link. I'll finish my coffee and I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless. Bye-bye.